What is up, guys? Welcome back. If you guys saw the last video, you know that we have a project that is unfinished that we have to get to today. And because of the last video, a lot of you guys have commented and said that you want to see the harness install, you want to see if the car runs. And so what better time than to do it right now? I do have to get this car running. I need to get it to the homie so he can get it smogged. And yeah, I'm not going to waste a bunch of time. Let's get going. All right, so I want to give you guys a little look and see why we are doing this in the first place. Look at that mess. All of the harnesses are cut, spliced into, stuff is ran this way. This box right here is the Vortec controller for the V2 Vortec that was on this. It's still here, it's still wired to it. Here's the pigtail for it, but you have to wire it into the harness. And I don't know how long this car has been this way. I don't know what's been cut, spliced, if it was done correctly. And so I don't want to mess with it at all. So that's why we are taking it out. You can see this wire harness is pretty, I mean, at least it's kind of done together right. But I'm not getting the car to drive, and so I want to take out the main thing that would probably cause it to give me the issue that I am. So we're going to do that first. I think we're going to start with the easiest part, and we're going to go in here. You can see the car doesn't look modified. It's really not. This is the intake from the Vortec supercharger. All they did was pretty much put a filter on it. You can see that it did have the plate on here. The cover for the Nissan cover is cut, but other than that, everything else is bone stock. I just have to get this crappy wiring harness out of here, and then we're gonna put the new one in and hope this thing fires right up. All right, so I am gonna put this in a time lapse as I take it out, because the time lapse will just show it coming apart way smoother, way easier. And yeah, it's just, you don't need to sit there through the half hour that it'll probably take for me to undo this. However, I do have the new harness laid out. For those of you that are curious how it goes, how I take it out, you can kind of follow along on the time lapse after I show you this. Pretty much this is how a 350Z harness goes, same with G35, but this is the driver's side. This would be the front of the car. So you can see it's got a big plug on the back. I'll unplug, I'll take the one off of the cam sensor, take the one off the throttle body, and then this is the O2 sensor that I was talking about in the last video. And then you can see there are the 3 plugs for the coil packs, complete with coil packs, thanks to whoever sold this. And then this one over here goes down to the AC. This goes to the timing control valve, and this one is for the mass airflow. Then you come across the front of the motor over to the other timing control valve, the 3 coil packs, and then this kind of goes down. This one will come up. You can see there's the major plug right there, and it'll come in. This one comes in, goes inside, down, and to the ECU, the white plug and the grounds. And then the last leg that you have, because it is a manual, this one will go under. These are for the 2 O2 sensors. This one is for the starter, and this one is for the crank sensor. Sorry, the tape was worrying me for a minute. I was like, no, don't be cut and spliced. And the last one you have, this one goes for the reverse lights, and the one that goes, the impossible plug, as a lot of people like to call it, because this one is kind of tucked up under behind a like dampener on the transmission, and it can be very fun to get out sometimes. But that's pretty much how it goes. The harnesses aren't a huge deal. It's just a little bit time consuming. I do have to take off the strut tower bar. I'll take this off because you can see a lot of the wire loom goes underneath it, and I'm going to take off the intake. But let's get to it. as you guys can see, now there's no more harness all the way around here. It just goes down into the back, and I have to get the stuff out of here. I got this loose. The other stuff is loose down there, but I have to make sure no wires get pulled, and I also have to undo the white one and the ground, and then I'll probably cut these. I don't really know where those are going, but I'll cut the zip ties, and then I just have to jack the car up so I can get to, there is the one power steering one is still on there, and then the stuff for the O2 sensors and the back of the trans, and then we can pull the whole harness out and start laying in the new one. So I finally got the rat's nest out. I figured out that these were for some sensors. There's actually a sensor down there you can see on that water neck. That's aftermarket for water temperature. And then there's the boost solenoid that will connect into this one that I took off. But the harness is all self-contained on there. The last thing I'm gonna have to do is just jack this up and get the stuff off the trans and the O2 sensors, and then we can pull this thing out. But I think I'm gonna tuck this away for right now. It is 1:50 and it's time to go get some lunch. I also wanted to give you guys kind of update and see. I didn't do anything different to this, but look at the texture. Like, look how clean this came out. I do need to go get 2 more cans of this, and so I think we're probably gonna do that as well. But yeah, let's go eat something. It's late. Okay, and before we head off, I wanted to take this time. I saw a lot of your guys' comments. I saw that a lot of you guys are new to the channel. A lot of support for the new name, the White Aaron name, because I mean, it just fits. We gotta stay with White Aaron. But I just wanted to take this time to welcome all the new people. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, all of the comments, all of just, you know, the support over the years that you've given for me, for Mike, and you know, now to the channel. So welcome. I hope you guys enjoy this. Never be afraid to leave a comment, tell your friends. I'll drop my Instagram link right here. It is at The Crooked King. You can DM me on there too if you got questions about, I mean, anything VQ, anything Nissan, and pretty much anything car related. I try to get back to people, and if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna let you know I don't know the answer, and I'm gonna help you find it. So anyway, I just wanted to give a big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for the love and support, all the new subscribers, and welcome. All right, just got home, grabbed Raising Cane's big chicken guy. I already ate the fries because if you're like me, I hate cold, soggy fries. So I ate them on the way home. But the sauce is definitely cracking. And so I'm gonna eat real quick, and we are gonna get the rest of that harness out and the new one in, because that needs to be done today. All right, all jacked up. Come up under here. Man, this is the only thing about doing this is all the damn spider webs. But at least there's not that many. Kind of get my hands up in here, take off what I need. Power steering one's off. Take off this sensor here. And then I just got to get this one, crank, and then the one on the back of the trans, and we can pull this thing all the way up. Get this crap out of here. That one is like whooped. Look at, like, I had to cut all this stuff. Anyway, so we're gonna start laying this one on. However, I did just talk to Mike, and he's headed over, and so we might have to stop this prematurely. You guys kind of know how it goes, but the reason why I have to stop it, I have to end this prematurely for at least today, is because he's bringing the new car, and he hasn't showed you guys the new car yet. You don't know what it is, and I can't tell you, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. So he's gonna bring it over. We have a couple things we need to do to that, and then I think we are going to continue this tomorrow. He's bringing the car over tomorrow too, because we have to do another thing that came today. See, this sucks. So this is the reason why it's difficult when he's trying to like withhold a car from you guys, because we are always building stuff and we're always putting shit together, and it's like, now I can't even show you. Like, I'm stoked on it, so I'm sure you guys are gonna be stoked on it, but yeah, so, well, I mean, at least we got this out. I'm gonna put it back down on the ground, take the jack stands off, and yeah, I guess he'll be here in just a few minutes. But the other thing, tomorrow when we start on this, I think I'm going to get the extra paint, and I'm gonna be able to finish this up, we're gonna finish this, see how it dries, see how it looks, and then yeah, we'll kind of go from there. So there's still more. Yeah, this ain't the end of the video, but it's the end of today. So I'm gonna clean this up. We got what we needed with this, and then yeah, he'll probably be vlogging. So you guys are probably gonna see the other end of this in another video later on after he gets all his other videos out of the vault. And I don't know, you know, Mike, he's discombobulated sometimes. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna clean up, and I guess we're gonna be starting day 2 here in just 1 second. And good morning, we are on day 2. Car isn't any different than it was, but let's grab the harness, let's start throwing this thing in and getting some progress on it. I want to see if this thing runs today. All right, so although it looks like kind of a jumbled mess right now, one of the things, little tip for you guys that I like to do, if it still has this bracket on here, I kind of try to set this bracket on this, so I kind of have a guide of how much the harness needs to go this way and how much it needs to go this way. Another thing too, you can see this bracket right here will actually bolt to right here, so I know that it's about where it needs to be. This one right here with the alternator plug will go down, and then we can kind of start just laying it out. You can see this comes into here, that will actually go on top of there, and then that will go inside, and the harness will kind of be set for us, and then it'll just be about plugging it all in. So you can see it kind of starting to take shape. If you kind of follow along where the plugs go, it'll pretty much plug itself in, kind of come around. One thing I did do is put the fuel back in, ran this over. I haven't plugged it in on the inside yet, but I did plug the 3 over there on, and then this kind of is just pushed down, and the stuff behind is pushed down. So time to jack the car up, get the rest of it plugged in, and let's see if this baby starts. All right, car is all back together, everything underneath. I plugged it in on the inside. I got my dudes over here at Forsberg Racing. Big shout out to my guys Jackson, Forsberg, and my buddy Ray. Love your old video. If you guys don't know, go check him out. I'll leave the link right here. But yeah, let's get this thing fired up. Let's see if this thing runs now. I got to put the negative battery cable on. This battery is big dead, so I got to get my jumper pack. But we're gonna yeah, we're gonna jump it and see if this works. So let's do it. At the NOCO. Yeah. Usually, if the battery has any left charge, this will start going up. But when it doesn't, it just sits here completely dead. So you hold the I. The jump start mode. Put this on pause so we don't miss any of it, and also get it off the engine in case it does start. Let's see just what this car does. Please start. That's all I ask. Okay, we got a ding. Fuel pump. I'll be damned. Started immediately. Hell yeah. All right, so I got what I wanted accomplished. I'm sorry it's been like long and drawn out and taken a while for me to do that. And I'm also sorry that this project, like, this is not a big deal. And I understand that it's just a little project, but it's gonna make a big impact. And I plan on doing other things to this car, but I've just had like different things going on. Mike's on his way with the new car, so I got to do stuff with the new car, and so that's what keeps prolonging some of the stuff on the video. However, later today, after we finish the stuff on Mike's car, I am gonna get and finish this so we can see what this looks like finished up, and then I want to start putting together, let me show you guys, I have an extra subframe over here. You can see it has all of the factory stuff in it, but I want to prep this and get this ready to put in the car with new bushings. I'm going to do new arms. I have a diff brace that I got from my buddy Julian. Thank you for that, Julian. I'm sorry I haven't put it in. And then I have a diff that I don't know, it's an LSD diff in there, if I'm gonna pull it out and shim it, because I do still plan on sliding the car, or if I plan on just putting a welded diff in. I know a lot of you say that the welded diff is like peasant stuff because it's, you know, it's always chirping going around corners, but if I need it to lock up, it slides so well. And yeah, I kind of am a big believer in the welded diff. But yeah, so I just sent this to the homie that the car runs, that it started up right away. I'm gonna close this down, see when he's gonna come get this, and then yeah, Mike should be here really soon with his new car. So I'm sorry, it's gonna probably be later. It might even be dark. You can see the rain clouds are coming, so it's probably gonna be raining. So it is gonna be the same day when I do it, I promise, but it's gonna be a little bit later. So anyway, yeah, here we go. All right, so the rain is here, but I kind of lied. It is a new day. And to my credit, the reason why it's a new day is because yesterday when we were working on Mike's car, it took way longer than we thought. The rain did come, it prolonged some stuff, and so, yeah, this ain't done yet. But I did go get the new 2 cans of this stuff, so I know that we're gonna be able to finish this today. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's start doing this. So yeah, here we go. And here we go. So I used 2 more cans and it got almost all of it, but it couldn't get up the sides. I don't know why it's taking 3 cans to do the back of a 350Z, but it is. But nonetheless, I think I'm gonna take off the stuff, at least the bar pad, so we can see kind of how it came out, and then I just have to trim the windows, and I just have to do down by there. So let's take this off. Let's kind of see how it pops, because it is almost done. It's just I have to run to the store again and get 1 more can so I can finish up the windows. But yeah, this is gonna look good. And then when this is closed and you look through, see, it looks way better. And this isn't even the white. It's gonna pop really hard. So let's do that. Let's get this off and let's see how it's gonna look. All right, so now you can see just how sick this looks looking through. There's no white backing, so all you see is the I'm a Very Neat Monster and the white blood splatter. When you open it up, look at how good that looks. Man, I should have done this from the get-go. So I do have to go get 1 more can to finish just the little side panels, but this is pretty much the end product. I think I'm gonna look for, one of the followers in the comments said I should put carpet in here, and I was like, there isn't really a carpet kit that I can get for it. However, there is like the little trunk piece. I wonder if I can like modify it. Normally there's like a box that goes over this for the spare tire, but I wonder if I can modify the carpet piece to kind of fit in here, just so it looks like a smooth, I don't know, I gotta figure that out. But this is looking really good. I can't wait till the car gets painted, because the black interior with what color I'm gonna do in here, I think is just gonna pop super hard. But give you guys 1 more look. So before this video gets any more crazy, I'm sorry it's been like all over the place, but I'm gonna end it right here. I think it's gonna be time to start a new video. I think Mike's on the way right now because it's time to work on the new car again. But yeah, this video has been long enough. It's been started, stopped, 3 days now in the making, and yeah, at least we got the project done. You can see that the wiring harness job picked up this morning, and so yeah, at least we're making progress, moving forward, and on to bigger and better things. Like I told you guys, I wanted to do something with that subframe so we can get this car starting to, you know, get dialed in. We got the aesthetics starting to look proper. I need to dial it in a little bit. I've needed to do it on the rear end of this car for a long time. Way back when I got the angle kit, me and Julian went out and went butt crazy, and I hit a curb, and that's kind of why this sits all wonky. It's not how I've wanted it to be, and it really needs to be dialed in. So little progress right now, a lot of progress coming up, and yeah, we're gonna dial this car in, and then the last thing will be the paint job. Actually, that's probably not even gonna be the last thing, because we are still doing the Magnuson supercharger on here. I got some engine work that I need to do as far as like the tuning upgrade and that. So I hope you guys are excited about more 350Z content. I'm super excited about it because I feel like I've given this car too much neglect, and yeah, it's time to get it back to A1, and so I can really rip on it and, you know, bring it out places. But anyway, I'm gonna end it right here. I hope you guys have been well. I hope your family's been well, and I will see you in the next video. Much love. Peace.